Hi Wez, we found that we were brought into business first and then realized we were stewards. How do you know you are doing it the right way? Solid question, Cherie. When you're doing it wrong for a long period of time, God either turns the tap off in your business and you'll know real fast because he's been trying to get our attention for ages and we don't listen. So he just turns the tap off and then we all of a sudden get on our knees and start praying and then he has our attention. Or I feel like you would get a check in your spirit if you're doing it wrong. Okay? There's a lot of grace from God about doing it right or wrong. There is no, this is how you do it for every single human being. If there was, it would be in the Bible, and it's not. It's contentious. So I think that you need to listen to that still small voice and be led. You know, Scripture says, let peace be your umpire. So just to be clear, that's not a feeling of joy or unease, okay, because peace is not joy. For me, that is a feeling of unease or nothing, which is peace for me. So I feel like I get that little, that sense to shift things when they're not right. And when that's not there, I kind of feel like I'm on track. All right. So I would love to say to you, just do this. That's what, by the way, that's what the Pharisees did an amazing job of. They took the love of God and the law of God and the grace of God, because the Bible tells us that the law was actually a grace. Get your head around that. But they took it and made it keepable. You know, and that's why Jesus said to them, tithing on mint and cumin you have done well. But he went on to chip them and say, but you've forgotten the weightier things of the kingdom, like, oh, I don't know, kindness, you know, and not ripping people off. So that's why it can't be a tick and flick sheet, you know, because then why do we have to go back to him all the time? So I don't have a great answer for you on how you should do it, except you should spend more time in prayer, you know, and I don't know whether, you know, you've got a partner or whatever your situation is, or whether, you know, you're on your own. If you've got a partner, you need to decide and purpose together in your heart. I think that would be a good way to go. But ultimately, you just got to spend more time in prayer and inquire of the Lord. How do you want me to steward what I've got right now? And he'll bring opportunities across your path to be giving and kind of give you a sense on amounts to give. And you just go leading it. And I also want to give you permission to get it wrong. I get it wrong all the time. And it's in getting it wrong that I learn the character of God, because then I can be like, this was more right. This is what you wanted me to do. I missed the mark a little bit on that one. If we're always getting it wrong, that's probably a problem. But when you get it wrong from time to time, I really don't think well, God's not bothered, that's for sure. He's too big to be worried about whether, you know, this little bit of giving. If your good heart wanted to give money to these people, but he really wanted it to go to these people, he's not going to chastise you for wanting to be generous. All right? He might have a best for you, and our job is to learn out what that unction is, and off we go. All right? I know that's not a wonderful, clear-cut answer, but, you know, the only answer I really want is spend more time with Jesus. You know, I don't want the pressure of having to steward everybody else's finances. I'm doing my own. But the answer for everybody is be led by the Spirit and go by unction.